Well, isn't this a lovely day? Isn't it a beautiful day? Even though the wind is blowing, but you can hear the sea coming in, the sound of the tide. Look, it's coming right in. Oh my goodness. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan, and look over here, it is also
Mr. Steve.
we are out and about. In fact, we are far away from our house at the moment, a very long way in fact. I have decided to take a break because over the past few months I've been doing so much work on my YouTube channel. So we decided, Mr. Steve and myself, we decided to come closer, Mr. Steve. That's better. We decided to take a little bit of a break to give me a chance to unwind. However, as you know, I can never resist filming wherever I am. So I would imagine at the moment you are wondering where I am. Mr. Duncan, where are you at the moment? Please tell us. We want to know where you are. Where did you disappear to? Well, we are in not England. We are not in England at the moment. We are now in Wales, about as far west as you can go. About as far west as you can go. Just over there is Ireland. Not an island, but the actual country, Ireland. We are in Anglesey. To be more precise, we are in Holyhead. So this is Holyhead. It is the furthest reach that you can get to before you go into the ocean. And then the next stop after that, I think, is Wales. Isn't that right, Steve?
Yes, I think this is actually, we're on something called Holy Island at the moment. Yes, it's beautiful. There's lots of people out, but it's not high season. High season, so it's only low season. So that means there are less people here. I would imagine at the height of summer, this beach will be packed and there will be fights over every square metre of beach. And there will be lots of suntan lotion being rubbed onto various sizes of bodies. I am covered, Mr. Duncan. I'm covered in Factor 30.
That is one thing I have to tell you about Mr. Steve. Mr. Steve is one of those people who worries all the time about getting the sun on his body. I will be honest with you now, Steve always worries so much about getting sunburned, and of course he wants to keep his beautiful, youthful appearance as well. You see, as you can see, Mr. Steve looks so young and sexy, dare I say. Anyway, we are now in a place called Holyhead. There is a huge mountain over there called Holyhead as well. Holy Island, as Mr. Steve correctly said as well. So you might find that there are a lot of religious connections and aspects of this particular place. Wales is a very interesting place. Now, we drove here yesterday, and all I can say is over the years, Steve, we've come to Wales a lot, haven't we?
Yes.
And we think we've seen all of Wales. However, yesterday we saw some of the most amazing sights. Mountains, valleys. In fact, at one point it looked like we were driving through Nevada with all of the rocky hills. And I will be showing you some of the videos that we shot on our journey yesterday. Another thing to mention about Wales, and Mr. Steve is going to love this, aren't you? The roads in Wales are so smooth and amazing. They are amazing, aren't they, Steve?
They are. That's because they're taxed heavily and they can keep them in spick-span condition. The other thing, of course, is that Wales is renowned for is its speeding cameras. And I would be very surprised if in 2 weeks' time I don't get at least one or two speeding convictions. Because
Well, not for the first time, may I say.
1 minute it's 60 miles an hour and the next minute it's 20. then it's 40, then it's back down to 20, then it's 50, then back down to...
That's great. That's is that in real time, is it?
It's very confusing. You have to be vigilant.
Well,
vigilant.
Steve, can I just say, if you're driving a car, you should be vigilant anyway. You should always be watching the road. You should never have any distractions,
Yes,
even if it is Mr. Duncan talking and making his videos whilst we're driving.
Yeah, it's easy to say if you don't drive, Mr. Duncan. By the way, the tide is coming in. We're going to have to move at some point. I can't believe how quickly the tide is coming in.
Yes, the tide does come in, thanks to the moon. Thank you, moon. Because of the moon, the tide will come in and go back out because of the effect of the gravitational pull. So we are here for a couple of days, and that is the reason why I am not doing a live stream on Sunday. Tomorrow, by the way, we are going on a mini grand tour with a car club. And Mr. Steve will be joining in with that, and I am tagging along. If you tag along, it means you are coming as well. You are joining. Maybe you are not directly involved, but you tag along. You join. So that's what Steve is doing tomorrow. We are going for a grand tour around Anglesey. How far is it, Steve?
About 46 miles around the island, and we're going to be stopping off and seeing all the lovely sights as we go around. And then on Monday, we may take a little boat trip to a place called Puffin Island.
Yes, as the name suggests, it is a place where little birds, they have the most amazing colours and really unusual beaks as well, puffins. And there are only certain places where you see them, and this around here is one of those places. Something you just mentioned, Steve, Anglesey is an island. Yes, how is that possible, Mr. Duncan? How can you be in Wales but be on an island? Well, Anglesey is an island. It is just off the coast of the main Welsh mainland, you might say. So that is what that is. And also Holyhead is a tiny, I suppose you would describe this as a peninsula?
I'm not sure, Mr. Duncan. Not quite possibly. But yeah, we're at the furthest western edge of Wales here. And lovely fresh sea breeze is coming in. It looks like it's incredibly hot today, but it's probably, with the sea breeze, I would say probably maybe not even 16 degrees. But with the sun, of course, it does feel a bit hotter.
That's the one thing I love today, Steve. We are getting plenty of lovely sunshine. I have to say, we did pick a good weekend to do this. We weren't too sure about what the weather was going to do, because April can be what we call unsettled. It can be a very unsettled time of year for the weather. Not many people here, because as Steve said earlier, it is off or out of season, which means that the holiday makers haven't started coming here in large numbers. So we have picked a really good weekend, and I think we are going to have some fun tomorrow in the car, because the roads here are incredible. Mr. Steve yesterday found a really good place to drive around, didn't you?
Yes, in Wales, you can look it up. It's called the Evo Triangle, EVO. It's well renowned for having some incredibly lovely driving routes. Well, it is a driving route, it's a triangle. It's peppered with speed cameras, so you've got to be careful. I think I may have accidentally breached the speed limit at some point.
Again.
But we'll have to wait and see on that one. We've got a 2-week wait to see if something pops through the letterbox.
Well, there's something to mention about that area, because a lot of people on YouTube who review cars and test drive cars, they actually use this particular part of Wales to drive around. But unfortunately now they've put so many speeding restrictions on the area, a lot of them can't do it anymore. In fact, one guy was complaining that he was doing a review of a car and he actually got this huge fine for speeding. Anyway, I think we are going to have a really nice weekend here in Anglesey. and I will see you again on the 3rd of May. That is my next scheduled live stream, the 3rd of May. So thank you very much for joining me, and I will continue with my little break here in Anglesey by the sea, enjoying all of the sunshine. Thank you, Mr. Steve.
Thank you, Mr. Duncan, and see you all again soon.
And I think we are going to have an amazing time on our mini grand tour of Anglesey. See you later. Take care of yourselves. Mr. Steve is going that way. I will go that way. And of course, until the next time we meet here, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Don't you, Steve?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
I can guess. I can guess.
Okay. Catch you later. And of course, ta-ta for now.